working with the fuel injectors and fuel rails and any type of fuel in general is risk of fire, and do not try this at home if you're not an expert or a mechanic or have a license. Hello everyone, so now I'm trying to install a new GM original, what's called the fuel injectors into this fuel rail. This operation needs a lot of patience. So if you don't have patience, never take the fuel rail out or attempt to replace them, because it's gonna pain in the butt. And this guy is very tricky, and it's so disturbing to install them back. It's easy to take them out, just pull them with a plier, throw them away. Now as soon as you get the new ones, this is when the pain is going to start. So I will struggle, and you guys be patient with me. You may be learning something today, or maybe you are working on your car and you got stuck at this point. So anyway, let's get to it. So this is the fuel rail, and I have 3 injectors that goes in here. 1, 2, 3. After cleaning, you can actually find the video for cleaning those on my channel. So now we are ready to install the fuel rails. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wire harness. I'm going to try to take the wire harness out. So it just gives me some space to work on this part here, and then we can install it back after we're done. So let's just push that in like so. Take it out, and make sure those are about $100 a piece, and they're very hard to find original parts. So take as much care as you could. Don't break them, or you're gonna be in trouble. Let me get this one out too, or maybe I don't need to take this one out for now. I'll just work on this one. So anyway, let's get the new fuel injector out. So this is what comes with the fuel injector. Those clamps, and those are the pain in the butt. So let's get started and see if we can get this done. Now, a note so you can get this installed as fast as you want is to note that this nice shiny curve, I wonder if you can see it, surface, it's the top, and then you get this kind of like sharp cut surface that goes in the bottom. So you may want to note that, otherwise it will never be installed on this bracket here. And then the second thing is, so looking through here, even if you forget how this thing goes, because you took the old ones, the bad ones out, and then you kind of getting lost which way is which. So the face of the wire harness, this clip right here, it tells you that this fuel injector here, and it's still in the bag. I'm going to take it out in a second, but this fuel injector here goes this way, okay? And it's facing your wire harness. If you don't even have the wire harness, you still can tell by, let me show you how you can tell that. Let me get this out of the bag. Like I said, it's very detailed and needs a lot of patience, so bear with me. So I want you to look. This is how the fuel injector goes, and this is brand new. I just opened it out of the bag. So like I said, this is how the fuel injector goes in here. If you look closer, you can see a little groove in here that pretty much like fits my screwdriver head. And then as we turn, let me get it focused first. So this groove right here in the bottom, and as we turn, it fades away and then it's gone. Now there is a little kind of like clip in here, and then it turns around and then it starts the groove again. The reason why they have it this way is because this bracket here, it will snap in here, and then once it gets all the way in, it can use this area space here to lock from the inside, and then so this way you can't get this wrong, because you pretty much can't get it installed in here because there is no space in here that this will snap on. So going back to how you install it, this thing needs to go inside the spacer here, as well as this part here, and then they all go in here like so. I can tell because those two edges in here, those two edges here, and then this edge right here, those are actually the ones that goes inside this bracket. So the bracket will be sitting just like that, right? Let me focus it. Yeah, just like that. And then over here, there's nothing to clamp on. So this is the way you can tell, like 1, 2, 3 holes here, 1, 2, 3 snaps in here, and then this thing will be this way going on the top, and your fuel injector will be sitting right there. The one that I'm doing is GM. I believe those are 2010 all the way to 2014 or 15, something like that. So anyway, so the first step is try to get this guy snaps inside this bracket here, or this clamp here, first before we do the second part. So I will try my best, but I am sure there will be a lot of pain to get this thing in here, as you can see. Even if so, I can force it to open and sit this thing easily inside, but what's gonna happen is this will lose strength. So it's not gonna snap on here. It's not gonna hold on strong, tight to your fuel injector. So I don't want to open it all the way and like damage the bracket, but I want to, let me just get my camera. So I want to just do my best trying to get this thing in place, snapping in place without damaging anything. So like I said, now see, it got stuck already. There you go. So so let me get this straight. So this edge here is higher than this one. You see the difference? And then this one, that's how I can tell, because this high edge sits to the top of the fuel injector. Now, why they don't have this one as tall as that other piece or the other side is because this is how the wire connector comes out. So if this is if this side is higher than if is equal to the height of this side, then this one is gonna be in the way. So that's pretty much how I can tell, which way it goes. I don't care, about the design, but what I care about is how to get this thing installed. And like I said, this nice shiny surface here on the top, this one is on the bottom. So what we want to do is we want to get this one to sit inside, and then it's going to be free to move inside. You'll see it in a second. So now I'm going to try to snap it in with a plier. I don't have a lot of like mechanic tools, but I'm going to do my best. Try to snap this thing in here. So just like that, push it in. And then I'm going to try again, maybe 20 times until I can get this thing to sit inside. Oh, there you go. I got so lucky. So if you hear this and it's not coming out, look, it's moving freely up and down, just like so. From the other side, moving freely, then it means that, we're doing it the right way. Now, excuse me. Now let's start with this fuel injector, and like I said, this thing is going this way. There is nothing here, nothing to snap on. So remember, this goes in the back and then snaps all the way to the front. There is no way I can put the fuel injector first and then slide this inside, because it's going to damage it, and I don't even think it's going to fit. There is no way to like snap this one first, and then you see there's no place to push in that fuel injector. So the way they designed it is very hard. It's like machinery thing, almost impossible for a human to get it done. But like I said, I'm gonna try my best to get this installed in my fuel rail. So this is the first one, at least on my side, and then this is the washer. That's the new fuel injector, and then like I said, it's gonna go this way, facing your connector. And if you don't remember, or if you don't have the wire harness installed, then you can tell from this spacer here. So I'm gonna just gently push it in. I don't wanna break anything. I'll be very gentle with it, and then until it goes in, just like so. Give it a little bit tweak left and right, and I believe we are good to go right now. Now the hard part is how to get this asshole to get into that spacer and lock the first. So the first one, it has to lock in here, and it has to lock in here, and this one has to line up with the other piece of the clamp and comes right out here. So let's see if we can get this one done now. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this up. I'm gonna line it or align it together where it's supposed to go. I'm looking at those, like those two grooves here, or like the two snaps in here, that they will supposedly to sit in here. 1, 2, 3 in the back. So I think I'm ready now to push it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend my plier so I don't damage my fuel rail, and then I'm gonna come just like that. There you go. That's the first failure. Let's try again. Oh, I see why, because I think this I had this thing sitting in the wrong direction. So right now it's supposed to snap in, just like so. I'm gonna give you a closer look so you guys see what I'm doing, because I know this is pain and it needs some detailed work. So just like that, and then slide this one upward, and I'm gonna come with a plier and hopefully I can get this snapped in place the first attempt. I want you to watch this. So we're in the wrong direction. Okay. I need to push this up out of the way. And again push it up. And now I'm going to attempt again to push it in with the plier. There you go. It's going in. It's going in. It's going in right there. So it's not all the way in, because how I can tell, so you see this thing here is not aligning up with the holes, and then this is still outside, so it still needs some work, but I believe we're in a good shape so far. So let me just get it focused. There you go. And then I'm gonna try again. Let me just turn this a little bit more. Then I'm gonna give it another push. There you go. You heard it. It clicks. So now we are still not there yet. So let me show you what happened. Those two did snap on and they're good to go, kinda. This thing is still out, and this is what I always face. It's kind of like the challenge that always happened. You see this thing? Those are aligning a little bit, but it's a bit off, so they need to be all in the middle. So I'm gonna try to grab on it again and see if I can pull it, of course without breaking anything, and then give it a push from here. It doesn't work and we're kind of stuck in there. So another attempt to pull that carefully to snap in place. And this thing is not going anywhere. And I've seen it before. It's not my first time, but I always wonder if there is any way other than doing it this way. But unfortunately, I still can't find any other way to do it other than this way. So I'm going to try to grab on it again. It won't let me. So I'll continue to struggle with it a little bit. So we're close. It's getting very close to go inside that hole in here. So at this point, what I would like to do is I'm gonna hammer it a little bit, very carefully, or maybe I can just pull it again and see. Maybe I get lucky this time with this thing. Like I said, it needs a lot of patience and needs to be done right. Otherwise never, mess with fuel oil if you don't have the patience. Let me see, maybe I'll do it this way. No. They look pretty good this way. All I need to do, and then another thing to mention is if you try to wiggle it and it doesn't move, then we're not doing it right. It has to freely move just a little bit, so you did it right. I'm going to try to move my fuel injector just a little bit. Maybe it's in the way. Then give it another try and see if I can pull it into place. Maybe I'll try this way. See if I can push it into place. No. I told you we're going to struggle here. Extend this one. Give it another push from here. There we go. And still a hair out. Just a hair, and then we will be in. Sometimes when I pull it from here, it just snaps on. But, oh, there you go. But this time it's not going anywhere, so we gotta have to work it out and be careful at the same time. And then they have this stupid thing in the way that, the clamp for the harness, and it really make the job much more difficult than it is. It's already difficult, and then they just thought about making it just worse. Okay, I'm trying to twist and bring it in. So right now I'm gonna have to hammer it just a little bit, just a hair. Or maybe I should clamp it first with this tool, just to make sure it won't go anywhere. Then I'm gonna give it knock it a couple of times. Try to pull it in. When I moved the fuel rail, it did push this thing out, and it made it so hard for me to bring it back. As you can see, made a big gap in here that we wanted to avoid, but we couldn't avoid it. So again, let's try with this one. See if this way works. No. This way maybe. And still no. So another attempt, and I think this one just jumped up for no reason. this one back in place. We want to get it all back into place. So all I'm doing is trying to bring it in, and then this continues to be in my way and making my job very difficult. And give it a little bit of twist. There you go. So when I turned this back, it shows like this piece here is going down. So I'm gonna have to pull it up, probably with a screwdriver. There you go. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then come back from the back. Yeah, I think the whole thing just turned out of track. We were so close and then it just jumped out. So now I'm trying to line those two threads in here with the other one so I can get it in. See, I get one snaps in and then the other one just jump out. Four. Oh, there you go. Now let me hold it with this one. And hold it with this plier. And then pull on this thing here. Pull it in. Send it back in its place. Okay, and then so what I'm doing is I'm pushing with the screw to get this back. Oh, there you go. And then I'm gonna pull on this thing here from this side, and hopefully it just snaps in. If not, we're gonna hammer it again. So see, we're close, and this thing lined up. Everything looks good, except it's not snapping in for whatever reason. So let me just try this. And try to pull on it hard. And no, it did say no. So I'm pushing this one, the top one, and then because it's the one that is turning around left and right and just messing up everything. And then let me just pull this just like so, and then hopefully I can just pull on it here. Look, it's very well seated. I can see it from all directions. We just need to hear the snap. We just need to hear it clicking. Then we can move to the other one. Okay. You see, it's all sitting in there. This one has a little gap in here, I believe, and that's why we can't get it in the other side, because this whole thing just turned clockwise. And now we have a little bit of room in here, so hopefully we can pull on it. Pull it. Of course, without damaging anything. And then we're here a bit away from getting it inside. So I'm going to hold it with this one again. Just like that. And you try to hammer it just a little bit. Let's see what happened. Almost there. Almost there. And then this one is moving. That's a good sign that everything is sitting in its place. But we're still a hair away from accomplishing this. I'm going to give it a little bit of twist because I see it this side a little bit off. There you go. And pull it here. No. This way. Let me tap on this thing here a little bit. Oh, there you go. I heard it clicking. Maybe. So another attempt. Okay. So right now this one did go inside. There you go, as you can see. Now this thing is still out. So that's the last thing we're going to do. We're going to tap on it. And it's going to snap into place. just push it into the hole. I think we got it in. Let's see if we move this one to left and right. I still can't move this freely, so it's not done yet. So probably, oh, there you go. You heard it clicking. Mission accomplished. So this one is in the channel, and then this one is moving freely. So we did accomplish the mission and installed it. This one is lining up. See? This one is lining up. And now we can install the power clip. If it will let me. There you go. And here you have it, folks. The same method you will follow to do the second one and the third one. And like I said, it's kind of painful job to do, but if you have to do it, then you have to be very patient to do it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.